Hey guys, it's your girl Miss Annie J, and today I actually wanted to talk to you guys about my weight loss journey. So I lost a total of about 25 pounds over the course of initially 6 months to a year, and I've been able to maintain my weight for an additional 2 years. So I lost the weight in year 1, and 2 years later I have remained that size. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I used to be that person that would look at people's social media pages, Insta models, and I was like, oh, I really want to be like that. However, I wasn't being realistic about what I'd be able to achieve or exactly what it is that I actually wanted, rather than going off how other people looked. And obviously people do pay to have their body surgically enhanced. So it was more about getting to a place where I was happy with who I was. This is actually going to be the first of a 4-part mini series. So I'm going to break down each element of the stages in my weight loss journey and why each element was so crucial. And the particular element that I wanted to discuss with you guys today was about my mindset. That was stage 1. Now, I had tried in the past so many fad diets, so many get slim quick schemes. I just wanted immediate results. My mum always says we live in a very microwave generation where people want things just instantly. When it comes to something like your lifestyle and your health and your weight, it takes time. And it takes consistency. But also, more importantly, is how much do you actually want it? That is the reality and the honesty that I needed to now have with myself. It was like, currently, I'm out of shape, I'm not healthy, I'm not fit. Where do I want to see myself in the next 10 years? Do I want to remain in the state that I am currently? It was very important for me to want to have the change. The first real step was being able to truly love myself exactly where I was and the state that I was in at the time. That was crucial. And the reason why I say that, the increase in my self-esteem, irrespective of the fact that I was bigger at the time, was so important to the change that came later, because it was actually that love and respect that I had for myself that propelled me into a place where I was like, I want to do better. That actually was the catalyst that brought about the change later. Self-love is so important. No matter what stage you're at right now, currently, you may be at the biggest you've ever been in your life, which is exactly where I was 3 years ago. I had really ballooned and I was my heaviest. I'm sure my body wasn't healthy. I decided that I was going to love myself exactly as I was at that current state, because that was very important. I wasn't going to be able to change how I looked overnight. I mean, I could have done one of these fad diets for a week or 10 days or 2 weeks, and yes, I would have seen results 100%. However, the reality of those results being sustained over a long-term basis was completely minimal, and that is why I was like, I can't just keep trying to find the quick way out. I wanted to see change in my life for the foreseeable future. I love myself enough to do what is necessary to be able to get to a place where I'm actually healthier, I'm happier, I'm fitter, I'm more energetic, I have a better state of well-being. That is exactly where I wanted to be, and I was determined and willing to get myself to that place. So the first step to being able to switch up your lifestyle, to improve your health journey, is your mindset. It was the love that I needed first, and then secondly, I needed to be fed up of being in an unhealthy state, because I love myself so much. I want to see myself in a better place, because it is not just about looking amazing on the outside, being a size 8 or 10, a size 12, 14. It was more about how I felt on the inside. I knew that internally things weren't good. And it was being realistic about that, especially if you live in the West. We are surrounded by temptation to not look after ourselves. At the touch of an app, you could have a whole feast to your door. That is why your mindset is so important. Everybody is going to grow old and die. That's just fact and reality. But how your journey is until you get to that point is completely up to you. The journey before I leave the earth is down to me. Do I want to stay in a place where I treat myself like I don't care about myself? I would just order my takeaways, stationary lifestyle, absolutely no activity whatsoever. It's because at the time I didn't love and respect myself enough. When I was able to implement and grow that love and respect for myself, then the change did happen. And then I thought about, what are the benefits of me doing this? It is not about anybody else's journey. It is about reflecting with yourself. If I am not happy, that is going to ripple effect into other areas of my life, because actually that happiness starts from within. People can look amazing on the outside, but their internals are saying a whole heap of something else. I want to feel stronger. I want to feel healthier. And that is where the change came, guys. For example, you might see a new model BMW 2022 model and think that car looks amazing. But actually, when you do the background check on the car, you would then find out that the car could have been in a potential accident and it has all these mechanical failures. So if you go ahead with purchasing the car, there's so much work that needs to be done. I know that's a weird analogy, but honestly, the way we are with our bodies is not that much different. I could look great on the outside. I could be the type of person that eats a lot of rubbish. It is not necessarily just about looking great on the outside. It is about feeling and being healthy on the inside. It's not just about the aesthetics. It's about what is my internal saying. I would like to grow old gracefully. Now, there is absolutely nothing that any of us can do about our past. Nothing. However, there is so much that we can do about the future and the years that are to come. And you can start to rewrite your history at any time that you decide that you want to. And so it is so important that you want this for yourself. If you've got to keep a journal, if you have to write your thoughts about why you want to do this, what's provoking you to do it, what are the benefits of doing this, how might your future look, how might that affect you in your job, how might that affect you in your family, how might that affect your own self-esteem even more so, your confidence levels. Like, it has so much bearing on how we feel about life in general. And that is why I felt that it was now necessary for me to make these changes. I was like, right, I am going to show myself the due amount of love and respect that I should have been showing myself the past however many years. Those years have gone, but I have every influence on what my future years start to look like. And I am going to get myself into a place where I start to live my life more responsibly and with real consideration for what I may be doing to my body and how that could affect me in the future. Because I don't want my lifestyle to backfire on me. The way you actually are looking after yourself and treating your body, it is going to manifest itself at some point in the future. Obviously, we hear about all these sort of illnesses that are around, right? And sometimes it's just fate and it's inevitable. It might be hereditary or whatever the case. But if there is something that I can do to minimize my risk of being subjected to certain illnesses or ailments, then I am going to do the necessary, because I want to look good when I am old. Whether that is in my 60s or my 70s or my 80s in the future, whatever the case, I want the way I have treated my body and the way I have looked after myself to reflect on the outside when I get to that stage in my life. I had spent a lifetime, a large part of my adulthood so far, living an unhealthy lifestyle. Change is not overnight. You can research and Google search all the quick scheme diets that you want to. And like I said, you will get results from them. However, they're not going to be long lasting. And why do I say that? Because I done the exact same thing. I got the results. I lost the 10 pounds in 10 days. But after 2 months, I was a stone heavier than the weight that I began at before I done that Get Slim Quick scheme. It is not about wanting to just see the results tomorrow. But you have to remember that if you implement the lifestyle changes, the results are going to be long lasting. And I have seen a great difference in my mindset and the way I tackled, my weight and things like that this time round compared to previously. I am not a slim girl like that, and I probably never will be, because that is not my makeup. However, I am at a weight that I love and I am happy with. Don't look at other people and think, oh, I want to be that. You have to remember that it is important to work towards what fits you and what works for you. And it is more about how healthy you are in there than how it is looking externally. Because guess what? When you work on having a healthier lifestyle from within, naturally, you're going to see results on your body externally. That is just how it is. You are going to see change on the outside. And that is exactly what happened for me. Guys, I can say 3 years since I decided that this is what I wanted to do for myself, I got to a place where I am so happy with. I've never reverted back to that lifestyle and the way I looked those 3 years ago. Creating or breaking habits takes time and it takes consistency. I spent years of my life living a very unhealthy lifestyle, and therefore I now needed to spend years of my life reversing and creating a new lifestyle change that would be for the foreseeable future also. And that is what my focus has been on. I wanted to be in a better place, to be happier, to feel more fulfilled within myself, and to feel stronger and energetic, and to feel healthier and have better skin. And it literally all started with the choice that I made. I was determined to stick to it no matter what. I didn't care about what everybody else was doing. I was focused on myself. I was my biggest competitor. I am going to out-achieve myself on a daily basis. Bit by bit, little by little, the change did come. So guys, I hope you found this encouraging. Like I said, this is the first of a 4-part mini-series, and I'm going to be talking about going this alone on your own. It is about being able to walk this path on your own, because guess what? You came into this world by yourself. You're going to leave by yourself. When it comes to benefiting and adding value to your own life, you have to be able to do that on your own. If you want to miss out on me talking about that, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Other items that I will cover are how I was able to change my relationship with food, which was crucial. And don't worry, I will get into that once I release that episode. And also, not last but least, how I was able to now implement a lifestyle of fitness into my weekly routine. I was the most inactive person that I knew in my life. And to go from that to being able to work out 2 to 3 times a week for me was a massive achievement. So if you don't want to miss me talking about these other areas as one normal regular Joe to another who just want to be able to relate with somebody who kind of is walking the walk that you're walking, because I didn't do anything spectacular, then be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will be releasing those episodes in the coming weeks, and I can't wait to share more with you guys. Until then, people, it's your girl Miss Annie J, and I will see you again soon. Bye!
Feeling on a melody, I'ma be your remedy. No time for the jealousy, this is just a gift to me. Sun is shining down on me, making juice so readily. Like tap, 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 tap. I'm a big bad D, shaking down the house on a rhythmic street.